So now let's explain the functions of the following keys. So you have the super key. Super key. So this one, think of relational databases, right? You have super keys. And now what does a super key do? What does it do? A set of one or more columns that can uniquely identify a record in a table. That's all. It may contain extra columns that are not strictly needed for uniqueness. That is what the super key is meant for. So all it is doing is that it is identifying one unique record in a table. And now we have the primary key. Of course, you've heard of this so many times since you are young. We're saying that the primary key is a specific key chosen as the main unique identifier for a record. Record. It must be unique and not null. It must not be empty. The primary key must be unique. If I tell that this is my Bugatti key, no, that is my Bugatti. Lamborghini key, Honda key, Kia key, Motorola key, iPhone key, everything key, they are all unique. So that this will not come and open this, and this will not come and open this. They're trying to tell you that this primary key is a specific super key, but it is chosen as the main unique identifier. So you don't even consider the super key, which is uniquely identify a record in a table, as the main unique identifier. We always use a primary key for each record. Okay. Now we talk about composite key. Now in composite key is another definition of a primary key, right? We say that the primary key that consists of two or more columns combined to ensure uniqueness. So you have one primary key, and then you have combined two or more columns to provide uniqueness. That's one we refer to as a composite key. And we have a foreign key. Oh my goodness. So now for a foreign key, a set of columns in one table that refers to the primary key of another table. It's used to create a table and then forms a link between the two. So how do you understand it? A set of column or a column in one table. We have one table, and then we are also talking about another column in another table. We are linking them. That's a foreign key, right? I don't know. I always keep saying it, right? A column in one table that refers to the primary key of another table is used to create and enforce. Alright. I'm enlarging my throat so that I can speak clearly. Let's continue. So now I have to describe the concept of backup and recovery. Yes. You see, backup is the process of creating a copy of the database to protect against data loss from hardware failure, human errors, or disasters, because they can happen anytime, unexpected. That's why you need backup, man. You need backup cars. You need backup. You don't need backup wives though, but you need backup everything. Alright? And recovery is the process of restoring the data to its last consistent state. You see, when you are sick, you are not in your consistent state. But when you come back to your consistent state. So you have been recovered to your last consistent state. Let's say you are a very strong man. Very strong man. Alright? And you've been recovered. Meaning you are back to your last consistent state. Strong. But if you are sick, you have not been recovered, you'll be. So how do you do the recovery? We use backups and transaction logs, and typically after a failure. Alright? At least this time I said alright, not alright. Now we have to explain the meaning of entity relationship model. An entity relationship model. When you talk about entity relationship model, we are talking about a high level conceptual data model used to visually represent the structure. Listen. The high level conceptual data used to visually represent the structure of a database. Alright, and what is that? It defines the entities, their attributes, and the relationships between them. Think of it again. High level conceptual data model diagram or data model. So we are visually representing the structure